When last we met, you had just made it back into the Durst crypt. After going down the narrow stairwell, you locked the door behind you so as to not let any more of those creatures plague you. You heard it slam up against the door as you scuttled down through the staircase, and you descended 4 floors into what looks like that. And you approach a metal gate at this juncture, and it is locked from your side.
I was like, I don't remember this. Because we were up top.
Can I check to see if I notice anything on the other side? Like, or hear anything, see anything?
Yeah, about 10 feet in front of you, you come to like a T where it looks like the catacombs themselves split off. As you can kind of see from this, it's stoned. It's probably stoned up to about 12 feet at top. It's about 5 foot wide in these hallways. All inlaid brickwork, which match what you saw a bit of peeking out when you were outside. And so you think that somewhere in here might be what you're looking for, away to the stable.
We don't hear any creatures or any...
Everybody give me a perception check.
Not 20.
You, as of right now, and what you would assume in the immediate vicinity of where you're at, don't hear any creatures. Everybody has dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Which is perfect, because it is pitch black down here. There is no light whatsoever. So, whose dark vision goes for what?
That's 60.
60.
Okay, so let's look up what that means. Because does it mean you can see things at 60 feet, or you can see things like they're dimly lit at 60 feet, you can see okay at 30 feet?
It says within 60 feet of you, treat dim light as bright darkness. Oh, as bright.
Okay.
Treat
60.
bright light. It's not bright.
Okay, so you've got 60 feet. So basically, at 30 feet, you can see fairly well, but brighter than what you see in this room. At the next 30 feet beyond that, you can see, but not in great detail. Much like you were in a dimly lit room. And after that, it's a sheet of black. But right now, in 10 feet in front of you, is just the stone wall of this T-square.
Do I think I could fit through the gate?
Yes, but you could also just unlock it. There's a big lock on your side.
I liked where you were going. I'm like, yes. Fine. Should we unlock it?
So far, it seems safe.
So far, it seems safe.
Reach my little baby arm through and try.
No, it's like I said, the pad is on your side. It's a big bolt. Like somebody wanted to keep things down there, not on your side.
Foreshadowing much?
Maybe. I mean, you
There's
nailed
something that doesn't want to get out, or does want to get out.
right. You nailed those jump scares in the last video, so I got to really.
Well, doesn't
live
that
up
mean
to
you
that.
did a good job?
I know.
But obviously, I'm a sensitive Sally.
Well, shall we?
Yeah. Who's gonna take the lead?
I'll take the lead. I have this vision.
Where are we at here? I'm gonna
What's
put
your
you.
AC?
13.
14.
I'm at 15.
Does this work or for your party work?
But it's fine. I mean, I'll be right. Oh, you gonna put me last? Okay.
No. Who wants to be last?
Put me in the middle, please.
In the middle. All
I
right.
guess I could be last.
Yes, you can. It goes
Can I have an expo?
little, big, little.
Can you expo pen? Yeah. All right, so you unclink the lock. I mean, and it is a meaty lock. And it has this gnarly metal clank associated with it. And you begin to push this gate open. And as you push it, it starts to make this metal screech. As in, the pieces are rusted fairly well. You push it about an inch as it starts to like whine. Do you want to push it all the way open?
Do you guys think we should wait to see if something reacts, or just go?
We can.
Would mending do anything for the sound of the gate?
Yeah, I like that. Sure. Do you have inspiration?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Also, what
it's a great idea.
Do you have the PHP?
Yeah. I'm
Because-
gonna cast mending then on.
Is there a verbal component to mending?
Probably yes.
Okay. So, at whatever audible range it costs for you to do that, I mean, you don't have to shout it, but you cast mending, and sure enough, after 3 casts on each of the parts of the hinges, the metal and rust that probably was causing this wear is resolved, and the gate seems sound-free.
Like WD-40?
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
Also, oh, okay. Also, minor illusion can do sounds too.
But can it get rid of sounds?
Nobody could cover up a sound with another sound.
Like a sneeze.
Like a big dinosaur roar.
Sure, I like that.
You just have to think of something bigger and meaner than what's down here.
It's slightly damp, and there are little bits of like water runoff kind of pooling in little areas. Not necessarily like it's flooded, but enough areas where the ground or the rocks may not have been perfectly level, might be little puddles in it. As you come to the T, right at one of these timbers, with your 20 perception, you notice a blue herb growing at the junction.
Ooh.
Guys, it's just a blue herb.
Is that what it's? It's
Look, it even has a secret green herb behind it.
Yeah, you find that one too.
Oh!
convenient.
Now you remember from your herbalism kit, right? You have the herbalism kit?
Yes, it is.
That it's possible to mix those together. If you want to take a couple minutes and do that.
Okay.
So they're not taking up too much space. And you get this, if you want to hand it back.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
fancy.
cool. I received less restoration. Who's got healing capabilities? Do you? 'Cause
What?
I have the ability to cast heal myself, so you
I can do it too.
can
Oh.
do it too. So I just want to make sure that
Sweet. Thank
I
you.
can
With
do
that.
thing when you get in second and it's broken.
Just breaking stuff?
It's fine, you can do it afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm just real sad because it's not doing what I wanted to do.
Oh. Yes, we have more. And you didn't get it in there.
Leave me alone.
All right. So, do you want to go right or left?
same darkness, no indication of light.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yep, it's 100% pitch black in here as you kind of all are peeking around the corners. You can see down that way, 5, 10, 15, 20, into a room that seems to have a table in it. It's a little far out of your reach to really see much, but you definitely see that it opens up into a bigger room down that way. There are a couple of runoffs in different directions.
Are we totally turned around now where we don't have a sense of where the tunnel would be going to the horse stalls?
Yes, only because you were in such a tight staircase that you spiraled probably 10 or 15 times, and it was just kind of hard to keep your bearings. But give me a survival check.
8.
You don't know.
Guys, I think we should go toward the room. I feel very strong about that.
Do you feel strong or you feel strongly?
Either way, it works.
I will.
Thank you.
I guess we're going to the room.
You don't have to.
You feel strongly.
I'm also in the
Feel
back.
strong, also.
Then, if you guys both feel strongly, I would certainly not drag my feet.
As you're approaching towards the room, you come to your first cross section. And as you look down, you see more stone walls that kind of go off in different directions and then dead ends. Do you want to keep going forward towards the room with the table in it, which is starting to be a little clearer, or do you want to go down?
With our dark vision, can we see paths, footprints in the dirt? Like, what's the floor like? Is it dusty?
So it's a cobblestone in here. It's not super dusty because it's kind of damp,
Okay.
and there's like a weird drip around. I want to make you do a perception check, but you nailed your perception check. So
That was way back there.
It was. That was a
again.
totally different room.
15 feet ago.
Hey, 15 feet in the dark makes a difference.
As you get up to here, you hear
Oh, good.
this coming from this room.
See?
The room we were approaching?
Yeah, the one with the
Should have had a dinosaur war.
Does that sound familiar?
Does sound like what you saw, what you heard was hanging above
Oh, I did not like that guy.
These are nasty.
Or gal. Or they. Ugh.
And we didn't hear that in the other direction.
the... You hear it coming from this room.
All right. So we go the other way? Or do we just... I mean, we
How
haven't...
loud do you ask?
I don't know. I would whisper.
Whisper's probably a good idea.
I mean, I wouldn't have said, hey guys, let's go the other direction. I would have been like... So you can't even hear me over the growling, so they wouldn't have heard me.
Which is good.
So the growling sounds like more than one, or like it's eating something?
That's kind of the sound it makes as it's breathing and moving across the room. Right? Like almost like
That's
a
its
person
natural
talking.
sound?
Like a person talking to themselves,
Oh.
right? But you can't make out what they're saying. And you can look into that room right now from where you're standing, right? And especially as you're in the front, as you start to hear this, or the dwarf peeks his head around and starts to hear it. You don't see anything in that room.
I've used up all my spells.
That is unfortunate.
But isn't it though?
Are we even prepared enough to fight one of those?
Not based on what we encountered upstairs, I don't think.
We can't run away if we get closer.
We don't have a door to shut like we did upstairs.
Do we? Are there any, like, more gates?
Well, only the big gate you passed before.
We can go the other direction. I don't think it's noticed us.
Yeah, let's... But if we turn left or right, we might find something.
It's true too,
Kill it.
right? Also true.
Maybe we should turn around for now so we can talk a game plan.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so you guys double back around the corner. Somebody keeping an eye down the corner, and you're like, okay, what do we do? Now you can talk it slightly above a whisper to game plan.
Slightly above a whisper.
Smart.
What do you guys want to do?
We can try to find it. We can go in one of the side areas, like Lobek said, and find something to help us attack it. Or we can go down the other direction, which we might encounter another one of these, because we obviously know there are at least 2 upstairs.
Does anyone have that silver knife?
I think I do.
What are the properties of a silvered knife? What
Well, so when you silver a weapon, it counts as magical. So especially useful for vampires, maybe even vampire thralls.
That's what the S is. I was like, no, I just have a regular dagger. It can be thrown. If somebody wants to throw it. Who's good with a dagger?
What hurt it the most when we fought it the first time?
That's a good question.
I mean, that bolt looked like it did a pretty good number. Her magic dropped it off the ceiling, right?
Unfortunately, I don't have any spell slots left. Because Thunderwave is what would be super helpful in that room.
Especially since it seems like these things rely on hearing because they don't have any eyes. So it seems like they might be sensitive to
Cool.
loud noises.
I'm gonna go back in the closet and try and sleep for 8 hours. Try.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea.
This all sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, welcome to Failed to Crit. No plot armor here, folks.
None. And we don't care if you die.
That's why we have backup characters.
That's right.
Well, some of you do.
That's right. Some people remember to do backup
I
characters.
didn't remember is that I take too long to make them.
Well, also if we go left, we may find something.
Yeah.
I've got a music box, gold music box, a wizard's spell book, a first aid kit, a silver dagger, and a key. Oh, and a drum. It's not a drum. It's
Finger
actually
cymbals.
finger symbols.
And, I mean, as a bard, you love making noise when you cast
It's
magic.
real hard to not make any noise right now. What have you got?
I'm trying to think, like, because we have a music box, which means that we have a way to make noise that's not on our person.
Yes. So you make noise in one room. Then you
Or
go to
behind
the
a
other.
gate. I don't know if it has opposable thumbs or if
You
it,
get it to come out and then lock the gate.
or put it in a position where we can either attack it or better than going into a.
No, I
room.
understand what you're saying.
All great ideas.
But then at the same time, we don't know that that's the only one down here because we haven't explored the other areas. So there could be several, and we could just.
It's true. So I like what you're saying because if there is a way to get it out and then somehow shut the gate, and then if it tries to get us through the gate, then we can just stabby.
Stabby.
Do we think that it's like adept enough to know how to like open a gate?
It didn't open the door behind us.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
That's a very good point.
And from what you saw the other one, its claws are really large. So you think that it lost its opposable thumb like ability, right? I mean, it's using its claws to crawl through into the walls and stuff by like just gashing and making marks, but it doesn't seem like it has a lot of tactile to its
No
hands.
fine motor skills.
Nah, I mean, maybe its tongue, but not.
Oh, can it open a gate with its tongue?
It clearly didn't seem to be able to open a door
Let's
with one.
just cut off the tongue.
When I looked left and right, did those look like closed off rooms?
Oh, down at the T?
Yeah.
No, they look like they went into halls and then moved into different areas.
If we found a smaller area like where we are, do we think that whatever noise we make will travel throughout the crypt?
You think that most noise will echo throughout these stone halls. But you also think that if you're like behind a couple corners, it may be hard to figure out where the sound's coming from.
You just need vibration to go with it, right? If they can't see as well when they do everything.
Well, the two that you saw had their eyes like removed. So
Right.
there's no seeing.
Well, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like, but if you make some sort of vibration, then they can follow the.
Yeah.
I do have rope. I wonder, which way does the gate move? Does it
Swing.
swing?
Whatever way works for whatever you're thinking. I'll give it to you.
Because if it's,
In fact, I'll say it goes either way, and you just have to lock it to keep it still.
because we could do the music box, it goes through looking for it, tie the rope to part of the gate and yank
Pull
it
the
shut.
gate shut.
and then run up and make sure it's latched before it. I mean, we can try if we don't want to.
Can we put the bolt lock on our side, on the inside?
So it's a big bolt on the backside, but the bars, you think you could get your hand around the bar to flip the lock.
Okay.
And that's the only thing it's the best
Also,
idea.
do we think that this thing is free roaming and not chained up?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Who knows?
Well, obviously I'm not asking you.
Yep.
You do know, so.
It's true.
This is a three-way conversation, so.
It's an A-B conversation.
This is an
See your way.
ABC conversation, so do your way out of it, thanks.
The two upstairs were not chained up.
That's true. The only reason I'm asking is because the gate was shut and locked, that's
True.
why.
That's true.
But, I mean, what's the worst that happens? If it doesn't come with our bait, then we can investigate further.
It's true. We haven't wasted anything. So, my idea is either to hide in over here or here, put the music box here, and then the rope, and then
Okay.
have somebody who's perceptive enough think that when he goes through.
Do we have to be far if you can't see?
You don't know?
That's
Just
true.
have to
That's
be
a good-
real quiet.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
So, I am not perceptive.
Plus
I'm quick,
I think I'm +5.
and that's about it.
that'll do.
I think if we hang here, we want to make sure that we don't trip it or that it, try to put the rope against the sides where it won't notice it.
Yeah, 50 feet of rope's pretty long. You could definitely like string it across the ground, grab, to the corner of the door.
It's my idea. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's a great idea. We
Yeah.
just gotta make sure nothing comes from
Yep,
that.
that's
side.
true.
That's
That's
true.
true. I mean, do we want to do a little bit of recon and
Sure.
just check out this area, make sure there's nothing going to jump out and scare us?
Don't leave the camera.
First rule of
This is not the office.
That's my goal, is to make it. I just
Don't-
want to
don't
do.
jam the
Just want to do Jim Halpert looks.
That's right.
Okay, so
And if you're gonna do
recon-
them, do that. Karen.
recon that area.
Yeah.
As quiet as you,
Yep.
as you can. Sure. All right.
Yeah. So you just said as quiet as you can. Why doesn't everybody make a stealth check?
14.
Okay.
10.
20.
Okay. Yeah, you guys move pretty quietly
Real quiet.
over to the corner and down to here, and it looks like these weren't finished being dug out. They have large stone, what you think will eventually be crypt doors, and they're just kind of leaned up aside of where they have like continued to dig, but it doesn't look like anybody finished the crypt, and they're just holes that are left undug. In one of the holes, you find a red herb.
It just says red herb. I'm just got the backpack, so I'm just gonna show it in my bag.
And then in the other crypt, you find a blue one.
Dang.
Herbs on herbs.
Can I combine red and blue according to the?
You cannot. You can combine red and green, blue and green, or red, blue, and green.
I have green.
You have green because we can combine red, blue, and green.
What does that get ya?
I don't know.
fine.
Let's find out.
This is so Skyrim.
Oh my goodness.
What did you get? Read it aloud.
Heals 8d4, restore
Woo.
2 level 2 or
Wow.
less spell slots.
Dang.
You want that?
Oh, you can hang on to it.
So you knew that a red and a blue did a lesser restore,
2d4.
You can write this down.
I'm gonna
Take some
try.
notes.
I'm gonna take notes.
right? You knew that a green heals 1d4.
Hang on, slow down.
Slow.
Red
Do it slowly.
and green is a lesser restore.
No, blue and green is 2d4 plus a lesser restoration. You don't know what a red and green makes, but you know that a red, blue, and green is 8d4 plus 2 spell slots of level 2 or less. And is something else on there? Is there a greater restore?
Or receive greater restore.
Receive greater restore.
Calm down, battle music.
When it says or greater restore, is the greater restore replacing just the slots or the entire heal?
The entire heal.
The entire. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out what red and blue makes.
Nothing. But red and green makes something.
Well, alright. Why not red and blue?
'Cause,
Okay. Well, shit. I guess I didn't realize that these are crypt doors. Could we do the same thing by trapping it in a crypt?
You could, but these don't have hinges.
Oh.
They're like big stone doors or like slabs that will go in front of a crypt.
Got it.
How much did they weigh?
Real fucking heavy. Probably like 150 pounds.
Oh, we could do that between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
If we wanted to take a nap in there. I mean,
Probably
it's
not
the
quickly
ultimate
enough.
nap in a crypt.
Right. But
Guys,
like,
I'm
once
real
you,
tired.
Once you set them in place, moving them would be very hard. Because again, they're not on a hinge. It's just like,
So we
just
knock 'em
seal
over.
this up.
Got
Yep.
it. Okay. Good to know. I say we still stick with our music box idea, unless you guys have anything different. Are you ready to fight if it doesn't take the bait?
I
Do you
mean,
need anything? Do you need 8 hours of sleep?
obviously.
No, it's fine.
I'm real tired, guys. I'm not
Here's
used
some
to all
bows.
this hubbub.
Can I prepare my? Well, I'm proficient, so I guess I'd be ready.
But yeah,
My
you
crossbow?
want to load your crossbow? Yeah. So your crossbow is now considered loaded.
Who wants to take this silver dagger?
Who wants to place the magic box?
Well, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Going back to the herbs,
Mm-hmm.
the spell slots are in replacement of the heal?
No.
Or it's heal and spell slots?
Heal and spell slots or greater restoration.
I'm just thinking... are you a spellcaster?
Artificer.
Ooh. Fancy.
She can tinker. Should she find the time to tinker?
Oh, that's fun.
I just didn't know if... like, because you're completely out of slots. If we get
I
into
only
a dire
have-
situation.
I only have 3. It doesn't matter. I have Vicious Mockery, which is a cantrip.
Then you're good with your mockery.
I mean, it's worked so well up until now.
You need the
Obviously.
heals.
And minor illusion. We
Yeah.
can make an illusion.
Yep. Okay, I'm good. Let's do
I mean, we can also do that if we don't want to sacrifice the music box. That's a
Sounds like you
possibility
said we
too.
should have leveled up. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, obviously.
Hey, I feel real confident that if you make it out of here alive, you guys will probably be level 3.
Probably.
Now, which characters those are?
Yeah.
So if they don't respond to the music box, we can create a sound.
Good to know.
So,
Does that also do vibration?
I mean, I would
Probably
be up
not.
to the DM's discretion. Just as a sound or an image of an object within range. Can you make could you?
Can you make less noise trying to make noise somewhere else as a bard? That's the question.
I don't understand that question.
Right. If
Like
you're-
you making.
Yeah, if you're playing your symbols
Yeah.
and creating your words of power through music, is the sound you're going to make over there going to be louder than the sound it takes you to make the noise?
Maybe I'll be the bait then. I mean, whatever.
Whatever.
But my
whatever.
here's my question. Hold on. Please hold. Can you move your illusion?
I don't think so. I think it occupies a small space.
It just says you
I think
an
major
object
illusion
within
starts getting
range
those
that
kind of
lasts for
things.
the duration.
Yeah.
Because it'd be really great if I could just do like a light that just like moves.
Yeah, an object, like, and not a. Does the spell say an object and not a?
I mean, you might want to look it in the PHB, but I think that those things are reserved for major illusions.
Look, I have it
where it's
open
like-
right now.
it starts getting real fancy when you want to when it's not a cantrip.
If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, a beating of drums.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Or any other sound you choose. The sound continues unabated throughout the duration, or you can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends. If you create an image, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, or any other sensory effect. Physical interaction, reveal it to be illusion. Okay. So, we could always do drums. It lasts for 1 minute, and it's a 30-foot range.
Well, that's good to know.
Does your music box have sentimental value?
No, we just picked it up in the house.
Oh.
It has gold value, if you can find the right buyer.
So if you were to cast Minor Illusion, that's vocal, correct?
It's somatic. It's somatic and it's not verbal.
Oh, okay.
It's S and M.
Okay. Now look up Bard casting and make sure that you don't have to make noise to cast.
Oh, I will.
Because obviously sorcerers don't necessarily. Some characters or some creatures innately magic
I'm
cast.
glad I chose quiet finger symbols then.
Yeah.
And not something louder.
But yeah, if you have to use your music to make your spell, then it doesn't matter that it's a vocal component. You're still blowing your bagpipes to warp magic.
Where do you think it would say that?
Spell casting.
I mean, it doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say the components or
It just says your spells are part of your vast repertoire of magic that you can tune to different situations. See Chapter 10 for the general rules of spellcasting, and Chapter 11 for the Bard spell list.
maybe chapter 10.
Sure, if you want to call me general.
Yeah, if it doesn't have it in the bardic description, I say maybe you get away with it.
Oh.
If it doesn't directly call out that as a bard you need to perform to create magic.
It's like Chapter 10. Just give me a page it starts on.
Right.
Oh my god.
I hate that in the back of the book too. See this. It's like,
What? No. Chapter 7. Okay.
if you're into the spells, you're too far.
Well, I went from Chapter 7 to here. Oh, I didn't know this, but that's totally not off. That's off topic.
What?
Casting into armor.
It's difficult?
You have to be proficient to cast a spell, otherwise you're too distracted and physically hampered by your armor to cast a spell.
Makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Wizards can't be wearing plate.
Darn it.
And a good reason to take a feat like heavy armored or something else.
I don't know. I don't see anything specific to Bard yet.
Okay, well then let's not worry about it. So
I'll go back and look it up later for
Yeah,
sure.
we can always retcon it.
Yep.
So assumingly you can cast this spell since it doesn't have a verbal component without making too much noise.
Okay.
Cool. I'm good with that. I'm gonna go up and tie the rope. And
Yep, you
lay
tie
it
the
out
rope
on
to the
roof.
door, you lay it down. And there's a firm knot so that the door, yanks. Are you putting the music box back there? Or are you gonna?
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do Minor Illusion, music box, or both?
We can try the drums. I mean, if it's just a cantrip for you. Is it a cantrip or is it? Just
It's a cantrip.
Just because I don't know. Because we like to try to figure out how to hold stuff.
Yeah.
If it goes 30 feet, can you make it seem like it's up the stairs?
I have to be able to see it, right?
Well, I think it's a place you can see. Is what the spell says.
Okay, so
But if you stand like here, you could at least make it so
if I
it.
stand there, it's gonna go right past me.
Well, you cast it and then you run.
No. Do I have to stay within range? I mean, like,
I don't think so.
like see it, cast it, and then like run away.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I think.
I mean, I'm asking you what you think.
It makes sense to me. I don't think you have to keep your eyes on the illusion.
Okay.
Or you just do it right at the base of that and not worry about it.
No, I'll do it.
If you scamper, then you might make vibration or noise that it will pick up.
I will. I'm got a +4 to stealth. I'm fine. I'll
What's your next
let
character gonna be?
a fighter turtle. I told you that. I'll do it as far up the stairs as the DM will let me.
I mean, where do you want to be? From the corner or?
No, just do it like.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
So you
in there.
lean around the corner.
Right? It makes
And
me
you can
nervous.
kind of get a line of sight right there.
Okay.
And you cast what? A sound of the drums?
Yeah, big, loud, bass drum.
Bass drum. Boom.
Lord of the Ring drums.
Boom.
Yeah.
Kicks off. Give me a perception check.
I mean, I could have said a timpani. That's real
Can we
loud.
all do perception? Or just her?
This is Eric.
Yes, you can all do perception.
I got a 17.
Doesn't matter. She's got enough. So the booms go off, and it lasts for a minute, right? So the booms go off, and after a couple of seconds, you hear a screech from this room. You hear a screech from down this way,
Of course.
and you kind of back up and kind of tuck yourself against the wall, and you wait. And it sounds like they're like screeching at each other,
Oh.
but it doesn't sound like they're too necessarily enticed by a drum. Or they're chained in place.
I know I should have done a person screaming. Let's wait till the next minute and try a different sound.
So the
Let's
drums,
try out.
the drums
The
stop.
drums are miss. Got
Yeah.
it.
The drums stop.
What if I just do a lady yelling, "Help me! Help me!"
Okay.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you do that and they still don't come down, then I would think that it's accurate that they're probably chained in place.
I mean, we don't know. This one could be locked down there too.
That's true. I'm good with that.
Something human that sounds like human panicked.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
So again, you try this and you set it off and you help me.
Just like that.
I don't know you. That's not your purse.
Give me back my purse.
And sure enough, come crawling at a rapid pace across the ceiling is one of those
Ew.
flickers. Looks like
Oh,
that.
so gross.
Running through there, and it runs to the back of the stairwell, leaves a screech, and basically jumps and pounces at the source of this sound, leaving just gash marks everywhere. Do you yank the door closed?
Yeah.
You slam the door closed, and it clangs behind it. Whether it
It
knows,
swings back this way.
whether it knows or not that that it's been duped, it immediately jumps and slams into the cage and begins just clawing arms through each of the bars in somewhat of a panic. Give me your 50 feet of rope,
Okay.
because one half or a part of it is tied to that door. So you can always retrieve it if you want to go untie it. But as for right now, it is attached to the door.
You want to
And
go?
that one is slamming up against the gates and screeching and
So we
howling.
go.
Who's
poke
got
those
who's
things
got
in.
who's got a piercing weapon? I do.
I do.
I got an axe. I got a. Let's go.
Got a shovel.
You're gonna
Let's go
come
do
up with a different motion.
All right.
I mean, come on.
Like this.
Who's going?
This
All
is
of you?
Yeah.
So you guys get to here, and it is throwing itself at this gate. Its tongue is like whipping out and lashing around, and then it's jumping to the stairs. It's going up the stairs, coming down in like this frightful panic. It's making tons of noise.
Well, I
Can
hope
I
it
try to
brings the other
see-
one up.
Can I hear the other one if it's coming down the way?
You poke your head out in this way, and you hear the clacking and clawing sounds, but you're not entirely sure if it's coming towards you or moving away, or you just hear it kind of like tackling, echoing down that hall.
Do we think that they're friends with each other or are they enemies with each other?
Same species. I mean, everybody's friends from this.
That is not true. There are a lot of people that I don't like. And we're the same species.
Are you sure?
No.
Do we want to wait before we go pokey to see if something else comes? I'm gonna tell you guys, there's something clickety clackety.
I mean, we can always
Clickety-clackety.
step back and wait a few minutes and see if anything happens, and if it
especially
moves
if
towards
it's
it.
making as much noise as it is, it's gonna draw whatever's in here to it.
Could also
Okay, so we backtrack.
So you turn around and you're like, hey, there's something clickety clacky coming this way. They look out this way. Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh my gosh. I got a 1.
15.
21.
Oh.
21. So you don't see it because your back is turned. You look up and see this thing crawling along the ceiling as he goes, hey, this other one's coming. And it jumps down and is going to attack you. Everybody roll initiative.
21.
17.
Let's hope we get to jump on it.
21 for Elsa, right?
Yes. Oh, good job.
Elsa?
Remember the name.
17 for Lodi. 16 for Lodi. Xander. 17. And 12 for the liquor.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, never mind. This one's so whiny.
So yeah, you basically were like, hey, I think one's coming from this side.
Oh,
And,
there it is.
What?
There it is.
Yep, it did. And sure enough, it comes like spider walking across the ceiling and jumps down and lunges at you. And it's gonna do 9 damage as it claws you in your back.
Oh.
Elsa, you are up as you just see blood spurt out from the back of this dwarf as his chest kind of arches forward as if someone just lashed him into his back, and this liquor pounces onto the ground.
I'm gonna try and stab him.
Yeah, you run up and kind of sidestep the dwarf. Give me an attack roll.
A 10.
You poke and just narrowly miss the muscles and goo of this.
Wait. What do? Okay, sorry. My Bardic Inspiration.
I believe it's a bonus action, and I believe it's before, not after.
You have to say before.
Yeah, you gotta be like, look, I'm gonna inspire you.
Fine, I inspire myself now then.
Okay, as
For next time.
Yep. Well, so since we're going to the next turn, read and make sure it's. I think it's a bonus action, not an action. And you can be inspired, and I think you get 1 for each level you are, maybe.
Oh, so 2 then.
Xander, your back is on fire as this thing just goes right through whatever clothes you were wearing and gashes a big claw mark through your back.
I am going to bonus action Spirit Totem Bear
Okay.
around me, so 30-foot radius centered on me. Anybody in it gets 7 temp HP.
This gnarly, Samoan, maybe Inuit totem comes out of the ground in the shape of a bear head and just and starts emitting magic in a sphere as you all feel temporarily healthier.
And then I am going to use my action to wild shape into a wolf.
Yeah, and so you pull the wolf down. Hop into a wolf. Turn around and probably growl.
And that's my action, right?
Yep, I believe so. Okay. Lodi.
I want to step in between them and shoot a bow.
Okay. So the wolf kind of turns around, and your teamwork / just vibe is starting to work really well, and the wolf kind of crouches down as you over the top of him fire this crossbow. You're gonna be a little ways back because you know that you're gonna have disadvantage if you're within 5 feet with a crossbow, right? Ranged weapons are harder to shoot when somebody's right in your face. So I would say you would know to stand a little back and fire this, especially as the wolf's crouched down so you can shoot over him.
Okay. So am I within range to have advantage?
What if you hide behind the corner?
Yes, I'll say so. You're 10 feet away and there's a creature 5 feet between you and the monster. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you. It's tight. You'll need all the help you can get.
18 to hit.
Yeah, plenty.
1d8. 1.
1 damage?
Yeah.
Plus anything?
No.
I think you add your dex. Oh, You might be able to add your strength to a crossbow. What's the weapon say?
The weapon says.
The crossbow
What is
itself
it
just
on
says
the
1d8.
Yeah, it says 1d8, range 80, 320 loading.
Yep. All right, so you fire this thing, and the bolt just barely nicks the back of it. Go ahead and mark off a bolt too. The liquor jumps up onto the ceiling and grabs into the rock and attempts to attack you, but misses. And so you kind of dodge out of the way as this tongue comes slashing down and misses you both. But now it is up on the ceiling. The ceiling being 12 feet, it's probably like 8 feet up off of the ceiling. Elsa, you're up.
Okay, just so we know about Bardic Inspiration. So I have to say it after I roll the d20. I can say it after I roll the d20 before you tell me if
result.
it fails or succeeds. But also it says inspire one person other than yourself.
Ooh, yeah. Rough. You gotta wait till that allows you to inspire yourself.
I mean, it's true, but I can also give it to
You
somebody
can,
else.
yeah. Is it a bonus action?
It is a bonus action.
Okay.
It is a bonus action. And it's your charisma modifier.
Cool.
So, just
Perfect.
so we
Good
all
to know.
Okay, so it's up there. Obviously, I can't reach it.
You think that maybe you could jump and reach it, right? Because you're 5 feet tall,
I am 5 feet tall.
and it's, probably 2 feet off of the roof, so there's a 5 foot difference between you.
Has pack tactics
Oh,
among us? Is it?
you have pack tactics
As
too,
a
but you're as a wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I just remembered that we had another.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to say if I'm gonna try and insult it or not. All right, I'll try and stab it again.
So you jump and stab at it.
You gonna tell me it's a disadvantage?
No, I'm just gonna give it a little extra AC because it's kind of hard to hit up there. So go ahead.
19.
Yeah. So you jump and poke, as best as you can, and you lance it square in its shoulder as it hisses back at you.
Huh. 5.
All right.
With
horrible.
that solid hit, does it fall off the ceiling?
It did not.
Okay.
Dang it. Could have rolled an 8 and I rolled a 2.
Mr. Wolf.
Can I attack it from where I am? If I.
It's a little hard for you to get up there because you got to bite. Well.
Can I move and take a running jump?
Yes. So you kind of run back and forward and do one of these dog trained drills where you run and jump up. I mean, I've seen him jump gnarly distances.
Druid?
Yes, but in a wolf form, he's.
Oh, that's true. You can't cast anything.
Yeah.
And am I still within 5 feet of an ally?
I mean, it's tight enough, sure.
Fight. Does a 18 hit?
Yes, 18 hits still.
2d4 plus 2. I don't see the normal, the standard.
I think it's 7.
7? Okay, 7 damage, and then it must make a DC 11 or be knocked prone.
Yeah, or it's gonna fall off.
Oh.
So it is able to hang on as it growls back at you. Lodi, you are up again.
Shoots a bolt.
Yeah.
Or I want to ask them, should we make a noise and run away while it's up? Or do you guys want to keep going at it?
I'm good to keep going at it for now. If you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah. 19 and an 18.
Yeah.
Nice!
Good.
Yeah.
All good.
It's just a little,
think we're still
wobbly. It's fine.
Shaky cam. Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's realistic. You're
7.
really there.
Nice.
7 damage.
That's
All right.
better than my 5.
Right. And so with that, it hisses and jumps at the wolf. Probably that just hit it last. Yeah, it's gonna hit you for 9 damage.
Okay.
Are you down?
Nope.
Oh, because you're a wolf.
Yep.
And you'll just pop back into human
Yep.
form. I always forget about
All
that.
right, Elsa, you're up.
Oh,
It's now down on
boy.
the ground,
It's
kind of
me.
sparring with the wolf.
All right. Is it distracted?
I mean,
How distracted is it?
not enough to
You know
give you
what?
anything crazy.
Yeah.
You're no fun. A 19 again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Plenty now that it's on the ground.
More. Come on, more. I gotta find the right D8 because that one wasn't good.
How do you know they're all the same?
An 8 plus,
Nice.
plus 3, 11.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this time you get a really good chunk right square into the chest, and it kind of erupts with some blood as it kind of like hisses back on its back hind legs. Xander.
I'll attempt to bite it. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That's
So
a crit.
for do I do just
14.
14? Okay. And then DC 11 or it's not prone?
Well, for now, down here it's already prone.
Okay.
Ish. And Lodi.
Finish it. You can do it.
Do I have to roll to hit if I do my short sword?
No? Well, I mean, you still have to roll to hit, yeah, but you're not going to lose any ammo using your short sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the short sword.
Okay. So you drop the crossbow, and you whip out your sword, and you run over to stab it.
Right,
Yeah,
tell me
16.
level 2.
Yep, 16.
One of these.
It's all right.
5.
All right, yeah, you stab at it. It hisses and disengages and runs and jumps up on the ceiling and runs down this way.
Come on, this keeps happening.
Jeez, what was
Does the
that was
wolf
like
get an
26
opportunity attack?
That we
It
hit?
disengaged.
That's a lot, huh?
Yeah.
This seems like a lot of HP for level 2s.
And as it crawls away, you kind of listen and turn around, and this one has crawled up the stairwell.
We didn't even kill one. Oh my god.
We could chase it. So-
You could chase it.
But then we don't know what else is down there.
Somebody get my rope.
You get your own rope.
I'm still a wolf. I don't want to lose this.
And in fact, you're not really sure what rough means.
They haven't been hanging out long enough for me to know what rough means.
Fine, I'll pop out of a wild shape.
he grabs the wool. He grabs the rope with his
Well,
mouth and
did you
kind
have
of
to- you
nudges
don't
it.
have to pop out of it. Well, somebody will pick it up.
That's alright.
It's
Well,
fine.
if he's tugging
Because
it out,
it only
mouth,
has
we
4
might-
HP anyway. I mean, it's one hit and then it.
Yeah, but that's an extra 4 HP.
Yeah, if these things are hitting for 9, technically it's a free shot.
Exactly.
So yeah, as a wolf, you bite at the rope and kind of tug it. You go over there and grab the rope.
Yeah, I would say that.
Give me a stealth check.
I'm not stealthy at all.
I would argue that a little creature like that would be.
6.
6. Yeah, so you walk over there and you start to fiddle with the rope, and you hear a hiss as you look up the stairwell, and that thing is like clawing and listening around, and you just basically like fiddle with this rope, and you just kind of walk back about as slowly as you can, and it slams up against the gate as your back footstep hits like one of those puddles and echoes, and you just kind of stumble back as it's like claws trying to gnash through the gate at you, and it hisses a bit before then returning back up the stairwell. But you grab the rope. Where do you guys want to go now?
You want to go back the way we came?
Obviously.
Well,
Let's go.
I mean, I'm a wolf, so you guys lead the way at this point.
As a wolf, give me a perception check with advantage.
Smells and. Is it hearing and smells?
16 plus 3, 19.
So this thing bled its way down this way, and you absolutely smell the blood from there, and you smell something in this general vicinity. You don't seem to smell as strong as what this was.
Oh,
So you think that whatever was in that room is now in the stairwell.
okay.
Alright, so do you want to head down to that room then? Well, you don't know.
I'll do a trot with
He's
my
gonna
tail
point
up.
us like a
I'm gonna
green
ask,
pepper.
I'm gonna ask Lodi what Lodi wants to do.
Let's go.
Okay.
So you head this way. You
Good
get
job
to
with that fight, guys. I gotta say, that was some good teamwork.
Someday we'll kill one of those things.
you get to the junction. Do you want to go straight towards the room, or do you want to go left or right?
Would you like spell slots or healing?
Oh, I'm okay. I still have all my hit points, so we'll just save it for when we really need it.
And we no longer have the 10 page.
I didn't have 10 HP.
You do?
I didn't hear it, so I didn't.
Well, so it'll be a surprise for you when you watch the video and I say that you got a bunch of temp HP.
Haha, joke's on you. I'm not going to watch it.
Can I do a new perception to see if I notice anything
You don't smell any of those things down either of those hallways.
anything else?
Um,
I'm gonna roll a new roll and see what.
I'd say you smell a yeah, like you just start smelling around like a truffle pig. And I'll say you smell a green herb over in this corner.
Oh my goodness. Green. Do you have a red?
Do you eat it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I would know that if I eat it, I'm just gonna heal in my wolf form.
This is true. But you
Yeah.
can't put it in your wolf backpack.
All right. Does anybody have a?
I have no slot, so I refuse to pick it
I'm
up.
gonna eat it.
Oh!
Pass it back.
So we need to work on our. I mean, I have +4 to animal handling, but I should speak with the animal at some point.
Probably.
I am up to 5 hit points.
So you come back and you're fairly certain you can smell herbs now in this form, but you don't have any way of conveying that to them.
No,
Oh, there's no liquor mothers.
Yep.
I don't have a green thumb.
Do you guys want to go check down there?
I would follow him down.
Okay. So as you follow him down here, he kind of seemed like he was distracted by the herb and he just goes and eats one up. There is a cutlet into this crypt and it says Burnham Durst. And on the like little shelf for maybe offerings, and you're fairly certain because you saw these crypt doors on the other one that there's probably a tomb behind here. But on the little tomb, there's little things of offerings, is a little chess piece, and it is a rook.
Ooh. Wait, do we all know what chess is?
You remember there was a dragon chess set up in that gambler's kit up in the top floor. Yeah, I would assume most of you guys would know what chess is. So if somebody wants to write down, and they take a rook piece, that's fine. I would have made cards, but there's a lot of them.
And what's on the other one?
Yeah, you go over there and there's a bishop. So in fact, it's a black bishop and a black rook.
Do we think that the crypt doors are immovable?
You could break them, or you could, if you had like a crowbar or something like that, you could really get into them.
You know that I don't.
We have a shovel?
That's true. Can we hit them with the shovel?
You-
Just kidding. I don't know that we want to open them. I'm just asking in case we want
Is
that option.
not a name?
The other one is Morley Durst.
Morley and Burnham.
And like the dates of when they died don't seem to mean much to you because it would have been like 600 years ago, but it just doesn't seem right for it to be that old. You're not sure.
If I listen, do I hear anything at the crypt?
Yeah, it's dead and silent.
Do you smell anything? What do you want?
HP. Do I already tried to smell stuff.
Yeah, I mean it smells real old and maybe
Musty?
maybe a hint of decay back there, but like it'd have been way dead.
Old moldy?
And there doesn't seem to be a lot of air passing through this crypt door.
Hey, can I use your PHB so we don't have to keep passing back and forth?
Wait.
I promise I won't take it home. I mean, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still cammed up in there?
Yeah.
Yes. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
According to Wildshade, it says you choose whether your equipment falls to the ground in your space, merges into your new form, or is worn by it. Worn equipment functions as normal, but the DM decides whether it is practical for the new form to wear a piece of equipment. Can my wolf wear a backpack?
No. But a bear could.
Okay.
Aww.
Well, I can't
You see
find
one of
a
those
bear.
things like the St. Bernards have?
Yeah.
Alright,
don't know what those are called, but
I was just trying
Yeah.
to figure out.
I like where you're going with it, but yeah, no, the backpack, you don't have the shoulders to support.
I mean, harnesses for dogs are a thing.
Pretty
But
sure
they're
we
very
can make
different.
Honey wear a
They're
backpack.
very different than a backpack.
Fair point.
Let's work on fashioning something for you. It'll
Yeah,
work.
just get some barding. You'll be fine.
To the other side then?
Yes. Sure.
Yeah, so you walk over to the other side, and it is 2 different names. They don't have any things in their offerings.
Also, is it okay that we're taking these offerings? Like, we're going to be cursed or anything?
I don't know. You just pocketed them.
We're trapped in a dungeon. I mean,
It's technically not a dungeon. It's technically a manor
I think it's technically a crypt.
underneath a manor. Semantics.
Does it look about as old as the other side?
Yeah, both of these look about the same. The chess pieces don't.
I want to break one open, but also, that's disrespectful.
Down for the dining room?
You don't have an opinion.
He walks before you did. Like you guys are.
He just wanders off without us.
You guys are reading. He's like, I don't smell any danger.
Turn
It's
around and
fine.
we're like, wait, where'd the dog go?
You come here. The first thing you notice is that there is a smell coming from underneath the table,
Ugh.
and it smells like lilac and elderberries.
That's
and you
weird.
go and grab it is a little piece of paper, which you probably think was torn from a book, but you can't read it in wolf form, so you bring it out and hand it up to. I don't know which player does your wolf seem more inclined to, the kobold or the.
Probably the
Pack tendencies.
kobold, for sure.
Okay. So
I'm
the
just a
wolf
dumb
hands you
half-elf.
this piece of paper, which looks like it is a piece of a journal that was ripped out.
It's like somebody did another punctuation.
Shorthand journal. Typed
That
last
part
minute.
just faded out.
Yeah.
I am reading this aloud.
Okay.
That's
How
it's
loud?
so silent.
That's always a little question.
I only have to read it to her, so
Right.
It's
I'll
true.
Just,
Okay.
normal voice. So, wine cellar nearby.
I don't know, that's a good question. That's a lot of work to get a bottle of wine.
Seems like whoever wrote this was quite annoyed.
Must have been a lush.
Who's Gustav?
Was that the name on one of the other crypts?
So Gustav was not one of the names on the crypts.
Because it was Morley and Burnham.
Yep.
I meant on these.
But
those are
Gustav
the names.
They
was
didn't have any.
one of the people in the original picture you saw that had the faces ripped out, or the faces ripped out. You assume that, in fact, Gustav was the zombie chained to the bed.
Oh,
Because
right.
everybody can cook.
Ratatouille. Copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Don't quote too many things.
Way to get it
Not
demonetized. With our 50 viewers.
Hey, you're 59.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Do I smell anything else in this room?
You do not.
Is there, so looking around the room,
Yeah, what was that beast doing in here? Like, was it just hanging? Like, is it eating? Is there...
You think, yeah, I was scoping out the room.
do we think it's just real hungry?
Yeah, probably.
Like starving. Poor thing. So nothing like strange if we like touch the walls and look on the floor and
Yeah, you can give it a
I'll give it a once over. I'll do this.
yeah, everybody give me a perception check.
13.
No,
18.
nothing.
Come on, higher than a 20.
10.
Dang it.
No, I mean, in fact, all you really see in here is a candlestick that's been emptied and tipped over, some glass in one of the corners that you think might have been a wine glass at some point. And so, like, maybe this was a place that they sipped wine, but it's pretty sparse and not much in it.
Is there a cork?
Yeah, sure.
Can I have a cork?
Yeah.
Can you write one down for me?
Yeah. You want to take up a space in your inventory for a cork?
Obviously.
Hey, put a cork in.
I will. What if I want to go fishing later?
If she read that note quietly, would I understand that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear, you just can't communicate.
Because it references a wine cellar,
Mhm.
can I look for any other than the one bottle of wine? Because they must have wine down here somewhere. Like,
Right.
does this room have any? If it's a dining room,
The
casks or
table
anything?
smells like maybe some wine was spilled on it once, but you don't smell any like wine in here.
Oh, I don't need these notes anymore. Mortlock.
There is 2 ways out of this room.
What's this alcove? Just an alcove?
Yep. Just
Does it look like a good place to take a long rest?
it does not.
Will you let me know when there's one available?
Yeah, you feel super safe in here.
I mean, the table looks pretty cozy.
Yep. Couldn't be any monsters crawling around on the ceilings.
Okay, shall we go? Which way do you guys want to go? Oh, well, I don't.
I mean,
I
you
will say that the kobolds have been leading us that I would follow Lodi.
Okay. So I'll try the right.
Alright, let's see if I can find that. I think it's that.
Better double check your
Yep.
work.
Yep.
What happened?
Alright, so you guys come through this way.
And all we can see is that we can walk down.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, how far down does this place go?
Pretty deep.
Do I smell anything?
Is there anything in this room for me?
Yeah.
I mean, I can roll perception. But
No.
Wait, hold on. Do you have dark vision as a wolf?
That's a good question. You would.
Ooh, I don't
You would
think I
think.
do.
Yeah, you are blind in here.
That
So
would
you're
be
led around by your
horrible.
nose, but you're basically following them.
What kind of wolf can't see in the dark?
I mean, they can see in the dim, but it's pitch black. There's no light source in here
No,
whatsoever.
but wolves hunt at night.
By moonlight,
Not always. They have great rods, a great amount of rods
I'm with
in
you.
their eyes.
But in pitch black, they still can't see anything.
In my game, I would say you did.
Okay, so then I'm following
Yeah.
probably Loda.
Yep. But as of right now, nothing like makes you smell. Maybe from this room, but I don't know how you would convey it.
We just need a leash.
We have the rope.
That's true. We did the rope.
So I would whisper, do you guys feel comfortable with this one or should we try the other?
I'm good with what I've.
Okay. Let's go down the stairs.
Down this way, or down
Whoa,
this
whoa.
way.
No, just the first.
Whoa, buddy.
All right, so you make it to your junction, and you see a hallway down one way, and this way leads into a different. That way leads into a room that looks like it opens up a bit, but you can't really see it very well.
How far do we see this?
You see all the way till it ends, but it looks like it's good stairwells that go down.
And we don't hear anything? Mm-mm. We'll keep going straight.
This way?
Yep.
All right. And so you guys come to this way. And what are we looking for? That. Okay. You guys come here into this room. And it opens up. And it's pitch. It's dead silent in here.
What can we see?
So you see a well in the center of the room that has a bucket in it, and the water looks. I mean, it's hard to say because it's so dark, but it looks pretty gross. And then
thirsty.
each of these look like small bed chambers. It's really weird. Like, you don't know why people would be down here. Maybe they were like sheltering refugees or hiding people. You're not entirely sure, but there's a bed and there's a small like foot locker in each of the rooms.
Let's check.
Look, the little battery thing was...
We're good, I think.
I bet you in about 2 minutes it's gonna say battery exhausted.
We're good. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so
Do you pull it up with water?
Sure, a little bit.
you yeah, the water smells gross,
Stagnant.
stagnant. And as you're like pulling the bucket up, you see like a floating hand at the very bottom of the well.
That might be why it's gross.
You think that there's something that is rotted in
Is
there.
it a human hand or is it like a
Looks
liquor
like
hand?
it. No, it looks like a human hand down there.
Like all
Like there's
bloated?
like there's a body dumped in the well. And you smell that on the bucket, and you also smell from somewhere in this vicinity the smell of a similarly rotted body.
I'm disappointed Lassie didn't tell me that there was a body at the bottom of the well.
Well, you can't even see that there's a well, so
That's true.
But he could smell it.
He smells stank, especially as you were pulling up that bucket. But he also doesn't want to like howl at you.
I wonder what condition I would get if I drank it.
Let's find out.
That's kind of fun when that happens sometimes.
Do we think that it might turn into a zombie, the one at the bottom of the well?
I don't
That's
think it has
fair.
a way to get out though. So
Sure.
that's the one thing I think we have going for us.
Yeah, you pulled this bucket.
Unless
like,
we
up
want to crawl down there.
Yeah, you pulled the bucket up like 15 feet.
Is it a good bucket? Is it in good shape? You can't ask. You're a dog.
That's why I whispered.
Oh, right. So we don't even know that.
I'm still waiting to hear about the quality of this bucket.
The bucket is quality is rough.
I mean, is it better quality than my knapsack? Like, could I carry stuff in the bucket? like a lunch pail? Yeah.
That's a
It's too small for you to get anything like good out of it. It's like a little hand bucket.
Well, that's the size of my knapsack.
Nah, your back knapsack is like a bed sheet.
It only holds a few things.
The bucket will give you one space. You've got 4.
I mean, I have small things, just not the spell book. Fine. Who wants to go search a footlocker?
Let's go.
All right, give me some perception checks.
Have
What do you do, Wolf? Since you can't see,
Can I smell for perception?
you can, but again, you're gonna have to like smell up against the walls and feel your way around because you like. But
19.
Plus my die.
19.
There's no good die.
See those 2 pencils over there?
So you find another bishop and a blue herb in that room.
In the room or in the footlocker?
In the footlocker.
Oh.
Well, the herb is growing out of the cracks in the room.
What did I get? Ooh, that's not that great.
In the footlocker of this one, you find a knight. So far you have a black bishop, black rook, another black bishop, and a black knight.
Just because I don't remember, the chest set that we found up on the first floor, was it devoid of any pieces? Or was it a complete
Yes,
set?
it was missing pieces.
Look at you.
Do you think we're gonna have to go up there to put these pieces down to
Probably.
unlock some secret?
I'm not doing that till I can lay down in one of these beds and take a long rest.
I mean, we could do that now. I wouldn't leave. I'd probably be stuck to the hip on one of those because
Okay.
I can't see.
Yep. And as she starts to go in this way, you start to growl because you smell that smell of death. And as you peek your head in there, you see a dead body holding in its hand the only thing that's emitted any light in here at all. And it is just a very, very faintest red glow. For you as a wolf, it's like the only thing that you can see is this just kind of emanating red hum from between the hands of this dead body.
take the silver dagger and stab it in the...
Kill it.
In case it turns, becomes zombie.
So you're gonna walk over to it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you walk over to it.
I'll be next door.
All right. Yep. Getting ready to growl, and you just wanna give me a weapon attack with advantage.
Where do I think is the best part of the body to stab?
You want to hit the head.
That's what I thought.
Right.
But I wasn't sure.
But like, there's adrenaline. It's dark. Like.
You just said there was light.
Well, the light's coming from this little red thing in his hand.
Can I? Oh shit.
That's why I'm giving you advantage.
I know.
And if you hit, you'll crit. And if you crit, you'll kill it. But.
Well, I got a 7 and a 6.
Plus what?
Oh. So I'm doing...
What?
Here's the dagger.
Yeah.
Proficient in the dagger, right?
Yeah, probably your dex. Add your dex and your proficiency.
My dex and my proficiency. Well, my dex is 3 plus 3.
Plus 2 for proficiency. Yeah. So your 12 is higher than its 10 AC. So yeah, you plunge this right into the head, and you're like relieved. And the body doesn't seem to like make any more or less movement, and your eyes are drawn to this little red glowing coin.
Me?
I'm gonna
Who
hang out
wants-
with Lodi. She's less judgmental about.
Obviously, I mean, I am a half an elf. Real judgy folks. I don't have a way to like pick it up without touching it. Boy, if only I had a bucket.
You know where one is.
I can peek around the corner and hand you the shovel. You can like scoop
Oh
it out of his
yeah,
hand.
the shovel. Let's do the shovel.
So rigor mortis is set
I
into these hands.
understand.
You're just gonna what? Use the shovel to chop its hands
I'm
off?
just gonna. I'm try to.
Pry it out with the tip of the shovel?
Yes. Can I do a strength attack?
Yes. You mangle the fuck out of its hands.
But
And,
keep it in its hands and
but-
then just carry its hands around.
That's true too. I could just chop off the hands.
yeah, so you hack at it and you like scoop it up like it's like like dog droppings that you're trying to like remove, and sure enough, like one of the hands is holding like this little coin.
Okay.
So what do you want to do with it?
What do we want to do with it? Did I see a gumball machine anywhere?
You don't. What's your alignment?
I don't know because I didn't write it down. Tier 0. I'm
What's your alignment?
guessing I'm chaotic good. That's my assumption.
I mean, you could be chaotic evil if you felt like it.
My turtle
take that coin.
was lawful evil.
That is not filled out at all.
See? It's not just me.
I'm neutral good.
You are a dog.
Especially in dog form, you think you hear voices screaming out in agony at just below a whisper, crying to free me, release me, save me, and you think they're coming from that coin.
Oh, we definitely don't want to hold it then.
You don't know what I hear.
That's true. I don't. I have no idea.
Nope.
I don't know. I might just try to pry it out of the hands
Yeah,
then.
as you grab it, there is a voice in your head of the sounds of someone screaming to be released.
What happens if I drop it?
You don't hear.
Whoa, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna go. That's not good. Do you want to try it?
I don't want to touch it. Take your word for it.
I just need to wrap it in something. Like, are there any like?
Hand.
There's bed sheets right here.
Can I just rip off like a piece
Yeah,
of bed sheet
you wrap
and
it
like?
and you put it in there and you put it in your coin purse. Sure.
Yeah.
Can we try the Foot Locker?
More importantly.
Yeah, you open this footlocker and there's nothing in it.
I'm gonna leave the herb here because I don't have any more spots.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure we can find a spot for herbs somewhere. I mean, do we need this music box after all?
Did we?
What is it? Do we know what the herb does if you eat it?
The blue ones and the red ones don't seem to do anything by themselves. They seem to be needed to be mixed with green ones.
And I suppose Mr. Druid over there has to be the one to mix it.
Unless anybody else has an herbalism kit.
Can I tie it to his back? Like wrap it around his body and then just tie the herb there?
Like
50
a little
foot of
piece,
rope?
like a little, I like that. Like give him a little collar and a little garnish.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Just put it in my hair.
If it's been an hour since our attack, I would pop out, but I don't know. how
Has
long
it been
it's
an hour? I don't know, because
you're
I
getting close. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I would definitely say you need to mark forward an hour, but I'd say it's probably been about 30 minutes since you've transformed.
we're at 7 p.m.
Sounds about right.
You wouldn't know if it didn't.
You check the other 2 rooms, and those footlockers are empty.
Okay.
How big are the footlockers? I know. Is a pillowcase bigger than my bed sheet?
No.
Come on.
I gave you a lot of love with a 4 slot. It's only 2 slots less than a regular backpack. You think a pillowcase is better than a backpack?
How many slots is in a regular backpack?
6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you guys have the strength to get a large backpack, which would be 8.
strength?
Party full of brutes, I bet.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
So, you want to go down that way, or you want to go back the way you came?
Does it emit light through the?
I mean, you only notice that it emits even the faintest light because there is 0 light in here. But I mean, holding it in your hand, you can't see, it doesn't emit enough light to illuminate your hand. It's just the faintest of red light.
So he still can't see.
No, you can't use it to see.
Was the...
I mean, somebody had a lantern if they
I
wanted.
gave it away. They left it behind because I only have 4 slots. The person that I stabbed in the head was a human?
Yes.
What, are we male, female,
Yeah.
neutral?
Yeah.
Male, long since dead.
Like how long?
50 years, 60 years.
Then why did it smell?
Does it stank down here?
Smelled according to the wolf.
Yeah.
50 years is a long time. There wouldn't be much left. I mean, I guess if it was a zombie,
Right.
which I didn't know if it was. I was just...
But luckily you made sure.
From now on, dead bodies. Nobody's allowed to approach a dead body unless you have the silver dagger in your hand.
Cool.
Right through the ear.
Yep.
Do we remember which color was missing in the chest game from upstairs?
I don't think you guys checked it.
That's about right.
So yeah,
I mean, you guys really didn't want to mess around with that room. There was a body in there you were freaking out about. You didn't want to take the gambling set.
That's about right.
You better turn this music down. Very recognizable.
So which way do we want to go?
do you guys want to go? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to go back or a new path?
I'm like the Elmo get. I'm good with anyway. Obviously, we have to collect all these things to do something. Probably get out of here. Play the bones to get out of here.
Then I guess we should go back and cover all of our openings before moving forward.
Probably.
So yeah, let's go back. Good.
So you want to go this way? Or you want to go back the way you came?
Back the way we came.
Alright, so go back this way.
Are you saying that the other stairs lead back to where we came?
If he goes close that way, he starts smelling that liquor in that other room.
Oh,
We have 2 bishops, 1 knight, and 1 rook. So king, queen, 1 knight, 1 rook. Hopefully we don't need pawns.
hopefully,
Go
because
back
oh
to
my
this one.
gosh, we'll be here forever.
Yes.
So you go back to this room. You come back to this corner. You came from here. So you want to go down this way?
I want to go to the intersection and see if he makes any motion for either one.
Yeah, not really. It's too far away for you to smell anything crazy. This one seems to go downstairs. This one seems to go into a different, another room that opens up.
We did see something go downstairs a while ago. It just came from upstairs. Let's go upstairs.
Down this way? Or that way?
Forward. Yeah.
Forward, okay. So you go back upstairs to this room. Yeah. I think.
There's 2 stars in this room.
Yeah.
Bones. A lot of bones.
Well, close enough. Actually, I don't think I made it. I have it? Yeah. So you guys come here, and it splits off into a couple of different directions.
Do I smell anything?
You think you smell something coming. You think you smell one of those liquors in this general direction. Growl.
Yeah.
I follow my trusty steed.
Alright, so which way do you want to go for Trusty Steed? You know that there's something in that other room that way.
I can't see anything, so
Yeah.
I don't know the 4 entities.
Following is not super good.
Do you have a preference of direction?
I mean, we can roll it on a die if we're not sure.
You're fairly certain that this goes back to a way that you came. So that would be a new room and that would be a new room.
So, odd, even.
Okay.
Odd.
This one?
To the liquor.
Yep, so you come around here and sure enough you start hearing the sounds that you are familiar with as you, I think you enter in this way. And as you poke your head around the corner, there seems to be a liquor hanging right here. And on that star, where that star is, there is the bust of a very handsome man that's cut out of stone, has long hair, and he has in his hand opened up a chess piece. You can't really make it out from here, but definitely looks like there's something in his hand.
The liquor's just in the middle of the room.
It's like almost like a shrine as it's kind of cut out to the back. You see that there are piles of bones and what look like manacles to the wall in all of these little alcoves. Long since dead bodies.
So, my flaws, I'm a sucker for a pretty face, so I'm real enamored with this.
This, by all accounts, this man in this statue is very attractive.
I'm like trying to figure out how to take it with me. Liquor? Not worried about that. But did you guys see this bust?
So it's hanging from the ceiling, and it's just kind of doing its breathing and hissing, right? But it doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Oh.
You're stealthy. I am not.
But you have a crossbow.
I do have a crossbow. Oh, so we want to attack it.
I mean, we can. I mean, I don't know if we're having this discussion right now. If we're just looking at each other going, what do you want to do? Depends on if there's anything in here we want to do or we need to do.
Yeah, we need that chess piece.
Okay, so then we should probably, I mean, I can try, and if you can convince me, you're gonna nudge me real hard in the ribs. Shh, don't scream.
Yeah,
I can try.
Give me a stealth check.
I don't like these
Can
last
I have
rolls.
the crossbow ready
Yep.
as she's trying?
Yep.
Can you use your Bardic Inspiration on a...
So here, I'll let you do this. I'll let you make a stealth roll.
Yeah.
And move it 30 feet. Move your normal speed.
Okay.
Or you can roll stealth with advantage and move at half your speed.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll definitely do that. Thank God. Thank God for the advantage, because that was a 4 otherwise. So an 18 and a 4.
So she begins to creep so slowly through this room and walks up and Shirley is enamored by this statue.
Oh, and it's going to be a minute.
She's like,
I'm just like...
she's like, "Ugh." But you guys walk, well, you don't do anything. You panic as you smell her go into the room with the liquor. You watch as the liquor kind of like hisses and crawls a little bit, but doesn't seem to pay her any mind as she like tiptoes her way through here. And you think for a second the liquor might like notice something as it kind of like, and then just keeps crawling along the top of the roof.
It's not making the noises the other ones were making?
It's not, well, the other one was like chatting to itself. This one is not. This one's just kind of like in here, huffing and puffing. And you go over and you grab a white king.
White king.
Typical.
What do we call it? This star one?
Yeah, so it's not a star. It's just like that's what the book uses to draw your attention to the statue. So far you have both black bishops, one black rook, one black knight, and now a white king. And if you're familiar with a chessboard, you've got 2 rooks, 2 bishops, 2 knights, king, queen, in black and white, and then pawns across the board.
Right. Pawns. Isn't that us? Aren't we the pawns here?
Do you want to try and investigate any of the skeletons, or just make your way back out of the room?
I mean, do I have to roll another stealth check
You surely do.
at normal Z's?
I mean, again, you can go half your speed, and I'll give you advantage.
I mean, I would say no, but he asked very specifically, do you want to check the skeletons?
I can think of many reasons that would mean no.
I know. It's true.
I mean, they're not going anywhere.
I mean, I suppose not. I suppose my goal was to go and get
Okay, make another stealth check.
the thing. Oh, to get back?
Mm-hmm.
Am I still just doing 1 die?
Well, you can do 1 and run out of here,
I'll do
or
half.
2
2 and I will walk
slow.
real slow. Because that's a 14.
14. Yeah, so you creep and you like step into a puddle and you're like, fuck. And the thing kind of, and you keep just creeping out of here as slow as you can. You're like, I got a piece. And you guys move out of this room.
Well done.
But did you see that statue? I'm gonna come back to that later.
Just gotta remember what it was.
Yeah, right.
And so you take a breather. You like come back around this way. You think you've been that way before. You want to go this way?
Yes.
All right, so you guys come back around here. And it opens up into this like semi-dining room. And in here you see the remnants of like a plate, and you smell like there might have been food there not too long ago. The plate looks like it's been used in the last 24 hours or so. One chair is tucked into the table, the other is pulled out, so you think only one person was sitting here and eating. There are some candlesticks, like long, tall candlesticks in the corners of the rooms, but the candles have long since like melted and waxed all the way down. They haven't been lit in quite some time. And it opens up to another room in the back there.
Did we hear or smell any sign of someone else in the other room?
Nope. So that lilac and elderberries, it's faint on the chair here, and it's stronger in that room down the hall.
I don't know, sniff loudly and kind of make my way toward that area.
If you guys head into this room, there's a bed in here. Again, long candlesticks haven't been used in a while. One side of the bed is fairly worn. You're immediately drawn to a mannequin in the other side of the bed that is a very, very poor knockoff facsimile of the statue you saw in the other room. And it looks worn in like certain spots, as in the bed is I don't know, like almost like the mannequin's been spooned with for quite some time. On the dresser next to the bed, there is a white queen piece.
I just imagine the mannequin looks like in Alcatraz, the the fake heads that those guys made so they could escape.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Paper mache.
you semi-recognize who it's supposed to be, but it doesn't look nearly as good as it
This
should.
doesn't quite do it for me.
No, not like the statue did for sure.
But this bed looks real comfy.
The bed does look comfy, and you
Bed's
smell
comfy.
that it's been, at least somebody's been in it not too long ago.
Ooh. Is it a wardrobe?
Yeah, there's some clothes in it.
Are they nicer than what I'm wearing
No.
now? Fine. Tired of wearing this H&P tunic.
I mean, you take it off.
No longer feel like I'm sponsored by.
That's right. You lose that +1 anytime you want.
Harsh. And is that a Foot Locker?
Uh-huh.
Can we look in there?
Yeah, you didn't see anything of like value. Just it's like different clothes and some pairs of heels and like this definitely looks like a woman's room based on the wardrobe. And some of it is like.
Who would want to sleep down here? Is there any hair where the pillow is?
Yeah.
What color is it?
It is black and long.
So it looks like your hair.
That drain must be a ditch to clean out.
So if we feel along the bed, there's like nothing interesting. It's just like a bedroom. Like
Yep.
we get the feeling that somebody's
That somebody sleeps here.
with their version of this individual.
Yep.
Gross. I mean, I get it, but also gross.
Gross.
You want to wait for the person to come back?
Totally. Just kidding. I mean, maybe they're really friendly. Maybe they know how to get out of here. Maybe they know the secret word for the liquor.
Maybe. Also chain someone to the bed and carve
Yep.
cheater on the headboard.
That's true too.
So at this point, you pop out of wolf form as you've been like walking around stealthy and stuff like that. And as you do, you feel a little distressed. Give me a Constitution check.
Ooh, check or save.
Save.
Sorry.
18.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you're running a bit of a fever. You don't have the poison condition, but you notice that gash in your back seems to be
Oh
infected.
no. Can we heal it up?
Do you have anything that
Um,
can cure poison or
first
anything like that?
aid kit. Does that help?
I don't know. What did it say?
Stabilize and heal 10 points. That's all. Oh, cure 1 poison condition.
Yeah? You want to use one?
Yeah.
Okay. So she takes a look at your back, pours some peroxide in there, and I mean it burns. It burns pretty good, but you feel pretty good about it.
That means it's working.
Yep. As you like fight a yell, right? You're like,
Shh. Keep it down.
Do I heal any for that?
well, I think it's just the cure
Just
one
the
poison.
cure, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
or cure 1 poison
Yeah.
condition.
Cool.
Yep.
I'll take it.
I could.
But do you think
Sorry.
that
I'm moving down
there's a
high.
chance those gashes from the liquors can poison you? And now you start to realize, oh, this is probably how those guys turn into zombies that you came across.
No good. I mean, can you heal yourself?
Yeah. I mean, I have healing word.
I mean, we can
was just
also,
trying to preserve my slots.
if
for a
we,
while.
well, I mean, if we want to take an hour, we can do a short rest too, if you need to.
I mean, that would allow me to get back my spirit totem and when use a wild shape. But
I mean-
I also don't want to put us in jeopardy. Now that I'm back, I tell them that the same lilac smell is strong here that was on the
Yeah.
page.
And you go, oh man, you're like
This is what this room looks like.
right. You're like, this looks way different than I thought it did when I smelled it. I thought it would be much prettier.
If it smells the same, maybe it's Gustav's.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, you remember on that picture that one of the names was Elizabeth.
Oh, Lizzie. Mm-hmm.
Check the other rooms of the place.
Sure.
So going back, this was the last area you checked before the area that is on the other side of the place you came in at where you think that other liquor is. Do you want to go down the stairs or you want to go back to the room with the liquor in it?
Say that again?
So you can go down these stairs, which you haven't been, or you can backtrack to the room, like the way you figure this dungeon is. There's a room that has that liquor ran into. That's the last place you haven't checked on this floor.
Got it.
Oh yeah. Let's port you back in. Downstairs?
Sure.
Alright. So you go downstairs. Ooh, yeah. And as you come around the corner here, there is a dim amount of light coming from this room up to this pathway, and it creates enough, just a little bit of light into this room. And this room is incredibly bizarre. There are all of these little alcoves, and each alcove seems to have some sort of trinket or like trophy in it. Everybody give me a perception check.
21.
14.
18.
21. So I'm going to give this to you because character-wise. So you walk across the room and you see a wooden shield. And I stress that it is a wooden shield of Lathander.
Who knows about Lathander?
I mean, even if Lathander's not your god, and I'm sure you probably haven't picked one yet, you may want
Whoa!
That's very presumptuous.
Surprisingly, Lathander is my god.
to. Oh, well, okay. It's not a bad god for a druid to have, right? Growth and rebirth.
Very clericy of you.
You guys check other alcoves, and you find those.
Ooh! I found a cloak of Elven kind. While you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity or stealth checks made to hide as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you.
And in one other alcove, you see another one of those dim coins.
Same color.
Same color.
Want to pick it up?
Anyone have space? I have a
Well, this
luck
could-
stone.
So what do you do with that?
So what's it say?
Oh, sorry. While this polish agate is on your person, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving
That's
throws.
cool, because it can go in the magic items
Yep.
slot, right?
Sure can.
It's in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't attune to them because we need a long rest.
But you can put them there for now until
Yeah.
you attune to them. Yep.
What's your AC? It's 10 plus your dex,
10 plus your dex, plus
and then plus 1.
for the clothes.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Just make sure.
Wait. So did we check all the alcoves?
Yeah.
No pieces?
No pieces except for when you came here. This is a gated like door, like the one that you came in and saw, and the latch mechanism for it has a bunch of slots that are carved out in the shapes of chess pieces. And luckily, it doesn't look like you need any pawns, but sure enough, you need all of the black and all of the white of the pieces. And as you inset all the ones that you have, you become acutely aware that you think the missing pieces are in the game set that you didn't grab on the game room of the first floor in the first room.
Somebody didn't want to take up a slot. Also, can I pick up this coin with the input with the other one?
Mhm.
Wrap it up.
Yep.
So before I had a backpack.
I could try and sneak up there. That's about all I can offer. And then when I die, I'll just have a new character for next week. It'll magically be one of the other HMP characters that was in the room waiting for...
You also look down this room, and with your dark vision, you see at the very end of this hallway.
Ow!
That's not my purse. You see a pedestal with another piece on it down there.
Oh, this seems like a setup for sure.
It really does.
Want me to try and sneak?
You don't hear anything in this room.
That doesn't mean anything.
It sure doesn't.
Obviously, it couldn't hear me and I was in the room.
That's true.
Am I with my dark vision, can I do a perception to see if there are any traps or like...
Do you have detect traps?
No, that's why I said use perception. Are there any like floor panels that are different color or...
Well, the nice thing about dark vision is that everything's grayscale to you.
Different colors come through as different grayscale.
No, give me a perception check, yeah.
13.
Doesn't look like anything to you.
Yeah, it's all clear. Go for it.
I want to try and sneak down there.
Okay, yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Can I do it at half speed?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I got an 8 and a 2. That's it, so 12.
So you begin walking, and in these little areas are like chained, restrained bodies
Oh, good.
that are laying against there. And you keep creeping along, and you look in here, and there's more. And you keep creeping along.
And then there's something else that's gonna get you.
Gonna get you.
You're prepared for the jump scare?
Right? Now I know better. You had to invest in a lot more Strahd zombies, didn't you?
And so you get to here, and you see that this chest piece is on the ledge.
Okay.
Do you grab it?
That seems like a really dangerous question. Do you grab it? Let's find out what happens. I mean, really wish I was attuned to this cloak now. I just like look back at them and I'm like,
I mean, from where you guys are standing, you can't see any of these because these alcoves, like.
but I can say.
Do we know what she's saying?
Yeah, she says that
Come on, you know what this is.
she needs a shave. She's afraid. She's tired. She thinks the jury's hung.
All right, then I do this.
Oh, that's pretty
she's
clear.
she's really tired. Needs some coffee.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know what she means, but I'm just gonna have a crossbow ready.
Yep, you're ready for danger.
Good call, good call. Yes, but before I do, can I pull the dagger out and have it in my hand,
Yep,
in my other
you
hand?
are ready.
I think I'm ready.
You think you're ready.
I'm going to gingerly, with my 12, which is more than 10, nudge the piece off
Yeah.
the ledge.
Yep. You nudge it off, and it cling, cling.
No,
on the
that's not
ground.
what I mean. Like pull it off with my hand. Like nudge it off. Like I don't
nudge it
just
into
grab
your
it. Yeah, like I just like
Yeah. You
gently.
gently grab it.
Not onto the floor.
No, you gently grab it.
I'm
You-
real dexterous.
Yep. And you grab it. Sure enough. And you turn around. You want to do?
Go back.
You start walking back, and sure enough, all these things start crawling towards you, prone.
Okay. Do I have to make an attack roll for every single one of these?
Oh, sure do. As these things start crawling and zombie moaning.
Are they still chained?
They are not chained. These ones are like all like lying dead on prone.
I thought they were chained too.
I'm gonna walk out and start
Yeah,
on our
Yes.
side and
So go ahead and roll perception or roll initiative.
You said it's on the ground?
Yeah, they're all like crawling.
So I'll pull out the
See, I got
short
a nat
sword.
20 plus 5 for my initiative.
Woo! good to get those 20s for something important.
Oh wait,
9?
we're next to each other. Does that?
Well, so you're initiative right now.
Oh, okay, 5.
But yes, for later
What'd
on.
you get?
9.
All right, Lodi at 5. 9 for Xander. Elise is 25. The zombies in between. All right, so these things are crawling towards you. Elise, what do you want to do?
I want to stab the first one that I come up to.
Well,
I'm not
so-
gonna bother with the one behind me.
Okay.
It's behind me.
So you're just like you're coming through and you just stab at this one at the ground. Okay,
yes.
it's prone, so you have advantage.
Alright. Ooh, a nat 20.
Yeah, so you just bury that knife in there. Give me some damage.
It's
Like
the stupid, it's
you
the
run up,
stupid
lean
dagger.
over it, and just like,
So the dagger doesn't do much of anything.
1d4 plus your dex.
Yeah.
And you just dome this one zombie for, you said crit?
I did. 4.
So 4
4
plus-
plus 3.
Plus another 4 because you crit,
Yep.
right? Double dice.
Yep.
You want to roll it twice? There you go.
2.
Okay. Yeah, so you just smash this head and kind of, you're going to keep running? Mm-hmm. All right. So
I'm not stealthy anymore, so I want to run.
So as you run past that other zombie, it's going to make an attack of opportunity. 9 plus 2. 11's not enough, right?
No.
So you just run past it as it kind of, are you going to keep running down the hallway?
Yes.
All right, so then these two guys make attacks of opportunity at you. That one's going to hit for 3. And this one's going to miss. So one bites your ankle and almost trips you up. And you kind of like yank your foot free, but it took a big chunk out of your ankle for 3 damage.
That's not that big of a chunk. It's only 3 damage.
About a mouthful of your ankle.
Okay.
Now, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Keep running towards your friends?
Yes.
All right, you run here or past?
Well,
You got bit. You might as well go past. Go.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so you
true.
keep
Yeah.
running. These two are going to take opportunity attacks. That one's going to miss. And that one's going to miss. So they swing at you as you kind of just gingerly cartwheel through the room. All right, she's on the other side. The zombies are going to go. These guys are crawling, 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 crawling.
All right, we got what we needed.
Yep.
A bolt.
So one is going to attack the dwarf. 19.
That hits.
So this one grabs up at you and bites into your shin for 3. And the other one is going to hit you for, or is a 20, so it's going to bite you for 3. Xander, you're up.
It already used its reaction.
Yep.
So I'm going to attack it, and then I'm going to follow my call.
Okay, yeah.
And we're within 5 feet of each other?
Yep.
Although I'm not a wolf, so that doesn't make any difference to me.
Nothing to you.
Does a 14?
Yeah, plenty. You also have advantage because it's prone, so you might as well roll another one, see if you crit.
You never know.
Nope. 6 plus 1, 7.
Yeah, so you, with your axe, you just kind of hack at this thing. You're going for its head. You miss and catch it in the shoulder for 7 damage. You know, you want to run out of the room?
Knowing she's going to get this prone. All right, yeah, I'm going to get it. I would have tried to stay near her.
Yep, you're kind of making the same pace. So you're at 25, so you're trying to catch up to her. What do you want to do?
Same thing. Stab at it.
Okay, so you're going to stab at it and take off?
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1d6.
You're going to roll that d6 twice and give me your strength check. So you just stab into this thing
6.
and its face just on the cobblestone floor below. The other one kind of makes movement in your general direction, but you're already gone. You guys come out and you run out through this room.
So what'd you get?
Are we gonna turn now?
Amazing.
We come back as zombies. I'm gonna play the rest of the game as zombies.
Give me a Constitution save.
Who?
You got bit.
I got bit also.
You got bit also? It's not
Yeah.
just Constitution 13
You feel okay for right now?
for right
You
now.
feel okay for right now?
We'll see.
Yep.
I have a couple more first aid kits
Cool.
if we need it.
Should we put that piece in the gate now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't have
What
to.
was it?
I think I said that was the Black King.
I thought you said it was a white piece.
No, we did that one already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where the busty guy was. Black
Yeah.
King?
So you've placed all of the black pieces in where they go, and you're just missing the white pieces, which you're fairly certain are in that chess piece.
And to get there, we have to go all the way up to the top, and then all the way down.
Okay, now hear me out.
I'm hearing.
Who's really good at whittling?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because if we could find some old wood, we could whittle pieces that look like the game pieces.
If I had
Yeah.
an, what is it, artisan's toolkit?
Yep. If you had a wood carver set, I'd say that this idea might have some legs.
Come on.
Nope.
I like where you're going.
I feel like this dagger would be real useful for
Yeah.
that.
I feel like it too.
We just have to make something that looks like it's in the shape of it.
You're like one of those kids that spends more time cheating than just doing this, just studying.
What's your point?
The quiz. I mean, I love it, but I'm just.
But also, you want us to go back up there and get killed.
I don't want that at all.
Yes, you do. Antagonistic DM.
I just want you to make some gnarly checks and feel like you've done something heroic.
I feel like that's all we've been doing is making all of these checks against these dumb things.
Yeah, our rolls were better than last week. So.
That's true. All those twos, that was something else.
2s and 8s.
I know.
Y'all better knock out some more.
I was like, if I believed in number theory, you know, I could like look it up. What do twos mean? Chewing gum?
There's nothing else in these cutouts that we could use.
Nah, there's weird little things like somebody's hand.
A hand?
Like a bone.
Perfect.
Like a thigh bone that's kind of funky. A lock of hair. It's just like weird little trinkets from what you would you would presume would be, you know, trophies from a kill.
But also, it sounds very much like an altar. Offerings.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know that because I'm just a dumb bard, but you would know that because
Dumb
you're.
bard.
I'm gonna go back up there though.
You guys can stay here. I'll do it.
You're not. Are you stealthy?
No.
Okay.
I'm completely not stealthy.
If you give me 8 hours, I can wear this cloak that will hide me.
But they don't see you anyway.
I mean, if sometimes it depends on how I roll. I don't want to be like get up there though and I make one false move and I'm toast.
I think based on our experience,
We have so much of it.
riding in the forest, having everybody scatter, seeing a bunch of red shirts turn into zombies, I feel like even if it were dangerous to go back up through the top and then back down, I would not want to split the party.
I mean, if you want to play by classic D&D rules, okay. That's so boring.
I'm just playing how my character would play, and he wouldn't want to hang out by himself. Because that would be a very long wait, not knowing if you were ever going to come back.
Right.
How much blood did that one liquor leave behind?
Decent amount.
Like I could cover myself in it?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Question.
May make it me not smell as much like me.
I mean, especially if you found the room it was in, where it's probably been dripping a puddle of it. You know, the little bits of drops from when you
I mean,
gashed
if
on
we
it.
could just finish that one off, then we could actually take pieces of it and wear it. You wouldn't think that I'm a bard. This is more like a death cleric or some sort of necromancer.
Somebody's showing those 2 soul coins that they're hanging on to.
Right.
I mean, who knows what happens with those?
Right.
It's making me think real dark thoughts, guys.
If we do that and she knows how it sounds now, can she do minor illusion of their little gargle?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean,
Mimic it.
you'd have to make a performance check, but I don't see why not.
I have a +5 to performance. I am an entertainer.
Yeah.
Aren't you entertained?
Hopefully our 59 followers will be very entertained.
Maybe this will be 60.
Yep. Leave a like and subscribe.
The shameless plug. Please keep that in there. Okay, so do we just make our way back toward that where the gate entrance was. We can see if
Yeah.
the really wounded one came back. I hope they don't regenerate. Because
Yeah,
they
and
took
there's
your
one
bolts
that's-
too.
Well, it's only been an hour. Because he just came back.
And unfortunately, I locked the top of that staircase, or I shut the door, so he's trapped in the staircase, which means there's no hope that he went out and is now walking through the house. He's
Yeah, for sure there's one in the staircase. There's maybe one in the room outside the staircase if it's waiting for you to return. There's probably one in the house that fell on the bottom floor. There's probably a body at the bottom of the staircase. There's definitely a body in the room with the game pieces.
But we have this dagger.
Oh, and there's one outside.
Yeah.
Well, the one outside is either outside or it's in the room at the top of the staircase. You don't know. But that was the one that was jumping into the windows at you and then crawl around the other side of the house and jump into another one at you.
Well, I say we just go.
we just go.
Are we killing the wounded one?
I mean, I feel like that's our best bet.
Let's go.
Come.
Maybe it'll already be dead. Maybe it'll have hemorrhaged and bled out.
Maybe.
A girl can help.
So, you make your way back to the room that you think that liquor is in, and sure enough, on the table, kind of wheezing and at whatever way that it can, it's trying to mend its own wounds with its tongue, almost like a dog would lick its wounds.
Oh, literally looking at
yeah, and there's just a ton of blood, and this thing's in pretty bad shape. You think that maybe it had time to rest something, but you're not sure, but it's definitely there. But knowing the game, you've snuck up fairly close to it, and you all are just about to enter this room.
So it doesn't know we're there.
As of right now, I'm going to say that you guys were able to sneak up to about that far away, 5 feet away.
So you want to try and hit it with your
Yeah, I'll try to hit it.
crossbolt?
Yep. All right. Everybody roll initiative.
That's what we do around here.
5. Oh, 4.
2.
Okay.
11.
All right, so you're going to wait because you're waiting for her to fire.
Yes.
The liquor is surprised. You fire. It's sitting on the table. I don't know if pack tactics work with the range, but right now we're not going to worry about it. What'd you get?
I had a 19 and a 4.
I'll say you hit it. So you fire a bolt into it and it reels back. Xander.
Finish him!
I'm at 11, so I can take one hit, and then that puts
Well,
me.
or don't do anything and just wait and I'll do something.
I'm gonna chuck my hand axe at it.
Yeah, so you throw this hand axe. Give me an attack roll.
17 plus.
Yeah, so this thing goes end over end like you're at a drunken axe throwing contest. And as a dwarf, for some reason, you just feel innately pretty good at this. and it lands meaty, so the bolt had hit it and it kind of reeled back, and you hit it square in the chest with this axe, and it falls off the table and then kind of legs over itself back under the prone position under the table, and it looks like it's getting ready to pounce Alyssa.
Elsa? There's no I in there.
There's not.
So it's under the table.
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
gonna
so
be-
it fell off the table back here, but
so
it's
is
like
it gonna
this.
be challenging to get to it?
I mean, you just jump up on the table.
I mean, it can.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
All right, give me a dexterity check.
Well, how about a 9?
You come Cirque du Soleil
And I
in
try-
here and make way more of a mess than you initially intended to, and kind of slide over the table and make your attack at it. Give me an attack at disadvantage.
Disadvantage!
Yeah, because you're prone on this table.
Let's hope our 19 and 20 or 2 20s would be great. Well,
Okay, 7 plus.
well, 5.
Yeah. So you slide over this table, and as bad as it looked, it turns out to be semi-graceful, and you stab at it for how much damage?
Why do I keep
Enough.
putting my D8s away? This thing is never gonna die. An 8 plus 3.
And you stab it in its big exposed brain, and it just kind of falls dead.
Well done. I'm gonna go pick up my hand axe.
Yep. You walk over and take it out of its chest.
Oh, can I get my bolt?
So the bolts that you shot into it are damaged.
Aww.
So how many are you at right
Can
now?
we mend them?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna mend them.
Yeah.
However many broken ones that.
Yeah, so I think you used one just now. Did you mark it off?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you get that one and plus the other one that you shot it with earlier back.
Okay. So just the one from the house is the one that I lost.
And you guys, what do you had plans of mutilating and wearing this thing or something?
Oh, we snow angel in the blood.
Yeah, obviously. But here's my question.
So you
Wait.
slid across the table. You're covered in its blood right now.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Would they get splinters too? I hope
No.
not.
No, the table's
But
okay.
here's my concern, okay? I saw in the zombie bite. If I get the blood in the zombie bite, what's gonna happen?
Oh, that's
Don't
a
get the
great
blood
question.
in the zombie bite.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's hard to not think like a DM sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very fair concern that you have.
I need to find something to wrap up this wound real quick before my blood becomes
What was the
poisoned.
sheet that you had?
Yeah,
That's
in
what
fact,
I
both
got.
of you guys who've been bit
Inspect.
make another Constitution save.
6.
11.
You're starting to feel a little feverish again.
Again. I should have given you Bardic Inspiration.
Do the herbs work on?
That's a good question.
Do you have a blue and green mixed?
Yes.
What does it say?
2d4 receive lesser restoration.
Which you think would cure your zombieism.
Mind if I
You should take
take
it.
it? Because I could use the healing too.
Yep.
So 2d4, and then I'm.
And you're fine. Yep. You just rub that blue and green powder into your wound, and you're like, man, this has got like a little caffeine, a little pick-me-up. And
It tingles.
It tingles, and it doesn't hurt nearly as bad as the hydrogen peroxide she poured in your big gash on your back.
Hey man, whatever works.
If we go back down, there's a blue one left in that room. But I do have a red, blue, and green one. It's just if you do restoration, you don't get the spell slots.
Yeah. But if you remember, greater restoration is big. That
Yeah, it
cures
is.
a
That's like you
lot.
want that when you have like when you're
Right, like-
down,
Yeah.
and you have
Right.
more HP than we have
Yeah,
now.
like if you were
Regrow an arm.
right,
Yeah,
yeah. Or if you were
You're like,
petrified.
yep.
I mean, there's lots of things that greater restoration heals.
Can I cut off the tongue of the liquor?
Yeah, it's long.
Again, this is very necrotic. So sorry, but
It's-
you might be able
Must
to
be
get
doing something.
maybe able
It's
to
a-
get some venom or poison from it to make like a thing.
So yeah, it's already a dark campaign, so we might as well just dive right into this. So as you cut this tongue off, it has kind of a texture of like a cat's tongue, which is why you think it's so sharp.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not so much that it's sharp as that it tears as it goes
No
through.
wonder it couldn't heal itself.
Yeah, but it also has a saliva that it creates on it
Yeah.
that you think is definitely poisonous to you guys, but probably some sort of healing to it, or at least
I don't want to touch it with my bare hand, so I'll
just your human hands.
just rip off like the part.
I mean, you absolutely can take the knife and cut the tongue off.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you want to do with the tongue?
carry it around, obviously.
All right.
Do you know me at all?
I'm
I just keep pushing the boundaries of weird shit.
You're
to
just like,
carry
hey.
around.
Remember all those blank cards you made? This is why.
I mean, at least I'm not carrying the whole dead body now.
This is true.
Guys, we need to get a bag of holding, whatever we do.
Can I search the room while she's doing that?
Yeah.
I also wonder about the teeth. Did I take a couple teeth? Can you add that on there?
You want to
The
bust some
necklace?
things out?
Yeah.
Like
Yes! A tooth necklace, obviously very fashionable. Then people won't mess with us. We'll look tough.
People.
I don't know.
It's 4
Other liquors?
4 feet long.
4 feet long. That's not gonna fit
Longer
in my
than
napkin.
me.
I fashioned it into a nice little scarf. Does it look good?
If you want, like trinkets
Yeah.
from the liquor. I'm just gonna give you a monster hack.
Do you like rope?
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for keeping it.
All right, who wants the music box?
I can put it in my backpack if you want.
Can I use a first aid kit on myself?
Sure. How many more of them you got left?
2. I
Oh,
mean,
you
if I
did,
use
yeah.
one, I'll only have 1 though.
Yep.
Do I do that or do I just? I have 12. I have 12 HP. I'm just concerned about the zombie bite.
Exactly. I mean, you wouldn't want that to come up in the
Do
middle
I think
of...
I'm going to be poisoned at some point?
I can give you this good luck thing +1 on saves.
But we're not attuned to it yet. That's the issue, unfortunately.
I think I'm going to use a slot and cast Healing Word on myself.
We can also take an hour.
Yeah, you. I mean, you know that there's one liquor around here and then one in the
Is there
door.
a way to block? Is there 1 door or 2 doors? in this room?
None of these have doors.
Well, I mean, how did we get in here?
You came
The
in through
stairs.
that hole.
So there's only one hole, or there's another one going out.
Yeah, there's one coming out this way
So
too.
there are 2 entryways, is what I'm
Yep.
trying to get at. Because I was like, well, we could block one of them off.
Yeah. I mean, you think you could probably take the tables and chairs here and take one of these,
Yeah.
you know, Anne Frank things and board it up.
I mean,
Probably rest for an hour.
if we wanted to rest for an hour and get some hit die.
That would allow
Let's
me.
do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're gonna rearrange the furniture.
Yep, you board this up as best as you can, and you think if you don't make too much noise, that other liquor in the other room probably won't come checking you out, and you hunker down and hide in here. Mark off another hour.
You use hit dice, right? On a short rest?
Yep,
Yep.
you can use it nice on a short rest. And that's probably a good place to stop for tonight.
Well, that was great. Well, I guess that's exactly what I needed.
Yeah.